Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. I'm gonna review another Lean Cuisine signature meal. This is the steak portabella with mushrooms and a savory sauce with broccoli. All right, looks good, smells good. Can you see it very good? Showing the mushrooms right there. What I'm more interested in is if they show it here on the actual plate. Let's see. I think that's one, that's one, that's one. Maybe visibly seen three. Let's see. One, two, three, four. About four. And lots of broccoli. I see mostly florets. You see the florets? So floret, 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 floret. There's one that tumbled off the plate right here. Let's see how many stems I see. One. I see one stem. That's good. That's good that I only see one stem, because that means to me that I've been given, the best quality of vegetables. I mean, who likes the stems over the floret part? The top part of the broccoli pieces. Who likes the stems better than the actual floret part? I can eat the stems, but I prefer the florets because that's the part where there's more flavor rather than in the stem part. So a lot of times if it ain't cooked really good, the stem part can be a little difficult to chew. The stem part is what you hold on to dip the floret into stuff like the dressings and the dips and stuff, right? It's just the handle. It's not meant to be eaten. It's the handle part, right? Just like a hammer, you hold on to this part. The best part is the top, the hammer head. That's the best part, not the handle. You need the handle to hold. Okay, let's go on. Let me take this off. It's got it cooked. Let's take a look at it. All right, there you go. Looks good. Ooh, smells good. Getting the broccoli and the mushrooms, the steak in there, that sauce that's in there. Smells like some kind of beef broth or something. Wow, it smells really good. Let's check out, see what we got in here. And see, there's one stem. There's two stems. There's a little piece of a stem. There's three stems. There's four stems. That's mostly stem. There's hardly any floret on that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 stems, stemage. The florets that I got here, like there's some floret to it, but there's a lot of stem as well. It just doesn't look like it was, there was much, time and care put into. I know it's probably machines. It's machines putting it in there, but you have to prepare this for the machine to insert it into the meals, right? Something like that. So make sure that you're putting in good quality ingredients. Don't make it look like a machine chopped this up. It maybe it did, but don't make it look like it did. You know what I mean? All right, so let's see what kind of mushrooms you got in here. Got some big chunks of mushroom here. There's two big old mushrooms. Here's a little bit of mushroom. Here's another bigger mushroom. There's three big mushrooms. There's some little ones. You put all the little ones together, that makes up one. That's 4. So yeah, there's a lot of beef, steak chunks in here. That's a stem too. Didn't see that one. Wow, that's a very tender, big flavored piece of steak there. Wait a minute. See that? That's all fat. There was a big chunk of fat hooked onto that one. That's not good. This is supposed to be this is supposed to be signature meal, not just your everyday micro meal, right? Signature, that means great quality, in my opinion. So let's make sure we don't give the people chunks of fat on our steaks. Let me see. This one here, it looks like it might have a chunk of fat in it as well. You see it in there? Some of it was chewable. That right there was not. All right. Let me find a piece that looks like it's fine. This looks like there's no fat in it. Let's see. That piece was questionable. It was really good, but there was still some strains of fat in it because it wasn't like, it was tender, but that fat area, you hit that, you're not able to chew it easily. So here's just this little piece. Let's see. That piece was good. All right, let's move on. Let's check out these mushrooms. Did I count that as a mushroom? There's one piece of steak in here that kind of resembles a mushroom. Here's some big mushrooms right here, big slices. What kind of mushrooms are these? These mushrooms have the texture of fat. This says mushrooms. It's almost like it's fatty. Why are you giving me mushrooms that I can't hardly chew up? Mushrooms are supposed to be chewable. They're supposed to be easily chewed, soft, not I get soy sauce, I get onions, saltiness, yes. Sherry wine, no. Soy sauce, yes. Soy sauce is mentioned twice. Garlic, yes. Mushroom juice concentrate. Carrots? Are you serious? There's no carrots in here. Celery? There's no celery in here. Onions? I don't see any onions in here. It says onions and then it says dried onions. I'm still trying to chew up a mushroom piece. Shouldn't have that much of a struggle chewing up a piece of mushroom. Dried beef broth, flavors, spices, flavorings, grill flavor from vegetable oil, smoke flavor. When it shows in the ingredients that there's carrots and celery and onions in here, and I don't visibly see these things in this little meal. There's none of that kind of, I mean, carrots stand out, right? They're orange, so you should be able to see them in there. Onions, I know what to look for with onions. Let me see what that is. That's mushroom. Contains wheat, milk, and soy. The only thing they got going for them right now is that this taste, that it has a good flavor. Grill and smoke flavor. Maybe just a slight grill flavor, maybe. But the grill flavor, I don't get smoky flavor, but the grill flavor is hard to get because of the beef broth and the mushroom taste. That's really big in here. So let me just get an overall bite of this and let's just see what happens. I've been kind of individually reviewing the contents of this. You get broccoli, there's a mushroom, there's a piece of steak. There's a piece of onion. Okay, there's two pieces of onion. There they are. So there's the onions. Very little. Hard to see. There's another piece of onion. Okay. Where'd he go? There it is. There's another piece of onion. Okay. The onion is mixed in with the beef broth, so it's hard to see. All right. All right, so let's get down to it. We'll start off with 10, okay? Fat in the steak. I don't like that because for me it makes it so that I'm not getting all the steak. I'm not getting to actually consume all the steak that's in here. Enjoy it. Because I don't want to try to chew up fat. I'd really rather, I'm fat now, so I don't want to swallow any more fat. You know, why do that to myself? Fat to me doesn't show quality. It shows a lapse in preparation, food preparation. So had to take a point off for the fat in a lot of this beef. Mushrooms, they're in there. And for the, let me see this one. I don't know what's going on with the texture of these mushrooms. I'm not a stranger to mushrooms. My wife uses mushrooms in her foods. Why is it not like this? Why is it chewy and it's almost like I'm eating fat? It's odd. It doesn't make any sense. I've had other meals that the mushrooms weren't like that. So mushrooms are crazy in here. I don't know what's wrong with them. There's no carrots. There's no celery. I do see the onions. So we're at 6 right now. So we're at 6. There's some broccoli in here, but they have a lot of stem, like a lot of stem with them. I think they could have done a little better job with that. If this wasn't a signature meal, I'd be expecting it more and I'd be more receptive to it. But this is a signature. The other ones I've reviewed haven't been, this bad of ingredients. So right now we're at a 5. That's pretty bad. The only thing they got going for them, it'd be a 1 or a 0 if it didn't taste good, but it at least does taste good. Let me get another bite here. More fat. Calories are 190 per package. Total fat 9 grams, saturated fat 4 grams, polyunsaturated fat 0, monounsaturated fat the same. Cholesterol 40 milligrams, sodium 800 milligrams, total carbs 13 grams, dietary fiber 3 grams, total sugars 2 grams. Includes 1 gram added sugars, protein 14 grams, iron 2.3 milligrams, calcium 50 milligrams, potassium 430 milligrams. Make your goals deliciously achievable. Lose up to 18 pounds in 12 weeks with Lean Cuisine. Granted, they're not that expensive, these meals, considering their signature. So maybe that's why they feel that they can get away with not putting signature ingredients in it. I don't know, but am I being too hard on them? I don't think so myself. I'm just was I like this before I started reviewing? Yeah, I was still the same. I trust in what I see on the covers of packages. Arby's restaurant. Sitting there one day, you'd look up at the menu. Oh, wow, that number 5 looks really good. That thing's fat too. Fat like me. I think that looks really good, You can see, the patty sticking out from the bun. It just looks really good. I order that. I go to pick up my food and they put it on our tray, I take it to the table. I'm looking at mine. I'm like, I was like, wait a minute. And Arby's, even back 10, 15 years ago, was pretty pricey of a fast food. I'm like, no, this can't be the same meal. I took it up there. I said, hey, excuse me, I think I got the wrong thing, because this looks nothing, I mean nothing like what it's showing there. She says, yeah, that's it. I'm like, this does not look like that picture at all. I mean, how did they think they can get away with that? It was like, I was like, okay, I'll eat it, but very disappointed. It's not, it doesn't show the quality that's in that picture up there. And that's what I was looking forward to having for my lunch. When you pay that much money, you want what you see up there, Okay. Well, I'm going to end it here. It tastes really good. Maybe yours won't be like mine. Maybe this is just there's hits and then there's misses. I may have gotten one of the misses. The one you get might be totally different from what I got. Your steaks may not have, fat at all in them. Your mushrooms may not be weird and chewy, fatty like at all in yours. Your broccoli may be mostly all florets. You may actually see carrots in yours. And celery. I did finally find the onions, but okay, my blood pressure's high. I can tell. I'm going to end it here. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.